Aaron Holmberg is a very interesting guy. He's going to talk about designing and building. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Holmberg.
I always describe stuff I don't like as interesting, so it's a good introduction. So, yeah, as he said, I'm Aaron Holmberg. I'm going to talk about my passion of building stuff. I've spent a lot of my life building and designing stuff, and it's integrated itself into my hobby and my business. So I'd like to share, one of the purposes of me speaking is I'd like to share my passion of building things with people, spark people's interest in building things, and show that engineers can be innovative and artistic. And so I grew up in Norfolk. I started building things at the age of 13. Started working in a machine shop 2 years later, and then progressed through my education and various degrees aimed towards building things. So I started working with wood. Started designing end tables and building them, and since I had no friends in high school, it gave me a lot of time to build things. So after I got bored with wood and with the machine shop, I got access to metal tools. So I evolved into using metal as a media, stainless steel being my favorite. You'll see it in a few more slides. But I didn't get off the end table kick, so my parents' house filled up with end tables. Went into mixed media. I made various different things. This is one of my latest projects, a bookshelf to the left. Did some carbon fiber champagne glasses that you probably shouldn't drink out of. And so got a fascination with light, started playing with light with various mirrors and how we can make patterns with them. And I like to recycle things. This lamp in the middle is made out of discarded syringes without the needles. And then when I was working in the machine shop, I got to design stuff, work with different types of deals. Some engineers would come and ask me questions even though I wasn't graduated. Then I eventually got a license, and my priorities changed. I wanted a nice car but couldn't afford it, and when my car broke down, I had to fix it. So I got wrapped up in my cars and eventually bought 5 junk cars and pieced them all together into one. Had to tear out the motor, completely machine it myself, rebuild it, replace everything, customize the interior, more stainless steel. And then this is the end result. I didn't do the finished job though. I did everything inside. So, yeah. Then I went to machine tool school, started exploring how to make tools. I had made a lot of injection molds, a lot of these molds you can see here. This one at the bottom is little toys that snap together, and then a foosball men, and I got the men, so then I had to build a table. Men are no use without a table, so yeah, built everything but the little poles and the little bearings associated with it. Then I went to my undergraduate degree and got wrapped up in research with a scanning electron microscope, characterizing materials with backscattered electrons. Don't want to bore you with that stuff. This is one of the projects. Then my graduate degree, I built an apparatus for looking at drapability of fabrics. When you're making composite materials, you need to know how the fabric forms around objects. And then I built this really fancy machine for ripping stuff apart. So we could characterize asphalt so you guys don't have as many potholes in Lincoln. It doesn't seem to be working though. And this is my latest job, is working with shock tubes, generating blast waves, so I blow stuff up for a career so far. Yeah. And then I bought a house and I had to make a house a home, and family and friends helped us build a garage, so my wife wouldn't have to scrape ice off of her window in the morning. And I finished the basement, so I had a man cave to hide in the evenings. And got into brewing. Later on, this is my brewing buddies. This is our first big batch we did. It's 6 tap kegerator in progress, and semi-automated mash tun. And I started a business. I do mechanical design. People give me problems, and I try to make mechanical solutions for it. I do everything from the prototyping to testing to designing for manufacturing, since I know how to build things. Thank you.
That was amazing. Brew. All that energy and experience, and you're making brew. That's fantastic.